Hi all, today we're gonna go ahead and see how we can go about solving your problem with the evil twin method. I have had a lot of requests on Udemy that maybe like 4 or 5 people couldn't get this to work, so I decided to post a video outside of the course just to deal with this problem in particular. So, guys, this is what we're going to do. I am going to redo the setup straight up from the beginning, and I want you to follow through the steps and make sure that your equipment is compatible, the one that I list. First of all, you need to check your wireless cards to see are they compatible or not. For the sake of reference, I can do this with my integrated network card because it is compatible, but because a lot of you are going to go ahead and do this on your virtual machines, I figured I would create exactly the same setup. So even though I have Linux running as my host and guest machines, I have used a USB wireless adapter in order to get the evil twin method up and running. So I have passed it to my virtual machine. You can see it here. So you need to do this step that I'm about to show you now before you actually boot into Kali. Take your USB wireless adapter, plug it into your computer while your virtual machine is powered off. Then go ahead and open up VirtualBox, right click on it, go into settings, click on USB, and these two things won't be grayed out. You will be able to click them when the machine is powered off. Mine is powered on, so obviously I can't click on them. It says enable USB controller and enable USB 2.0 EHCI controller as well. You just click on this green plus here and select your device. Mine is 11 USB. Simple as that, no big deal. Click OK, boot the machine by double clicking on it, and you will be in your Kali machine here. Now the one that I'm using, the wireless adapter that I'm using at the moment, is let me check out my there we go. So it's this one. This is the wireless adapter that I'm using now. Here you can see some pictures of it, and here is the model number. There are plenty of others which are compatible. I am simply using this one. You do not have to use exactly this one. You can, but you can use a ton load of other ones. You can check out the compatibility list on, I don't have it here. Let's see if I have it in the history. So compatibility drivers, and there you go. So on the aircrack NG, you can have a look here. Let me just create a bigger picture of this for you, of this address. You see, or just type into your favorite search engine aircrack-ng space compatible cards for compatibility or supported cards and pick out one of the first results that comes out. Simple as that. Or use this URL, but believe me, it's simpler if you just type it into the search engine. Quite easy to find. And here you will see an entire listing of the supported chipsets. Check which sort of a chipset does your wireless card use, and then check whether that chipset here is supported. Now, it doesn't matter if you're doing this on a virtual machine or in a physical machine, your wireless card still needs to be compatible. If you're doing this on a physical machine, you can use an integrated network card in your laptop or your desktop machine or whatever. If you're doing this in a virtual machine, you need to use a USB adapter. Either way, they need to be compatible with aircrack, and they need to be, if they're compatible with aircrack, it's obviously they support monitor mode and they support a lot of other functionalities. But here you can check for compatibility. Also search the forums, see what people say about those particular network cards, whether they are or they aren't compatible. Regardless if you see the chipset here. Sometimes people will say, well, for the most part it's going to work, but on some features are not supported, etc. Yeah, I'm really sorry, but I can't help you there because I cannot alter the physical characteristics of your network cards. They need to be capable to perform this hardware-wise. So you need a capable, functional network card, whether it's a USB one or an integrated one. Anyway, I can go ahead and close this. So that's like the first thing that you need to check for compatibility. Make sure that they are compatible. And then you can move on. If that check fails, there is no need to move on at all. It might work, it might not work. Most of the times, it's just going to give you a lot of headache. Anyway, now we're going to go ahead and open up a terminal. I'm just going to go ahead and increase the font size. We'll do this su test. The clear, excellent. So first off, let's begin with airmon-ng, and we're gonna do this on, well, I don't know the interface name. IF config. So you see, when you boot your machine, you need to check whether your wireless card has been recognized by your machine, and you can do this by just typing in if config, and you will see it says here VLAN 0 or something of a kind. But in Network Manager, you'll also be able to see the wireless access points around you. There's quite a lot around me, a lot. Anyway, so what do you need to type in? airmon-ng VLAN 0. This is just one way to do it. You can also use the manual. You can also put VLAN 0 into monitor mode manually with the ivconfig command. Okay, let me step this. Start. Excellent. So monitor mode enabled on Mon0, and it has reported that some of these might interfere, and I will leave them on for the time being. Let's go ahead and type in aero dump-ng mon0. The scan is in progress. I'm just gonna stop it here because I don't need to go any further. This is the wireless access point that we shall clone. So yeah, this is the MAC address. So over here you have the MAC addresses that are listed. Here you have the power output. So the lower this number is, the better it is. The higher the number is, the worse it is. And we have a channel which is very important to us, and of course the ESSID and the encryption method as well. Encryption method that is used. Yeah, my selecting skills are awesome as well. Anyway, now that we have conducted a scan and found a network and found a wireless access point that we wish to clone, before we go any further, please make sure that the wireless access point is either yours or that you have a permission to do this, please. Next up, we need to type in airbase-ng, and we're going to go ahead and type in the MAC address. So paste. There we go. Missed one argument. -a, and then we need the ESSID space. Technically, you don't need the quotation marks, but I always like to put them. If it has a space in it or something of a kind, it won't work without the quotation marks. If it's a single word, it will. Next up, we need to go ahead and specify the channel. The channel is 2, and the final argument will be the interface, which will be mon0. Press enter. Error. Got channel -1, expected a value greater than 0. Okay, so let's not use mon0, let's use VLAN 0. Failed. Device okay, it's busy. we have some processes that are interfering with this. We will need to go ahead and kill some of them. Check. Service network manager stop. Come on. No, I don't need you. Let's go about this way. And there you go. It says access point with BSSID, tralala, started. Now that we have this up and running, we can, well, the network manager is turned off, so I can't really show it to you, but it doesn't really matter at all. You will see when a client actually connects. So let's open up another terminal, and let's disregard the big terminal in behind for the time being. Let's use a new terminal to set things, to configure things. Okay. So now you need to go ahead and type in apt-get install ridge tills. Wait for it. Okay, so I already have them installed, but you know the drill, just let it install, that is it. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, please do not post any questions here. I will only answer questions on Udemy. Keep that in mind. I can't answer them here. This is just a troubleshooting video for those of you who had problems with it. If you have any questions or anything of a kind, you can pose the questions on Udemy in the discussion section. I will be more than happy to assist you in any way I can. So, continuing on, this has been installed. We need to go ahead and configure our interface. So, as before, brctladdbr space, I will name mine evil. Okay, and now we need to add interface. So for net, brctladd if evil, and now you need to use an interface which you are using for your network to access internet. So as you can see, ping google.com. I'm able to ping google.com from this machine, so I am connected to the net, but I'm not using the wireless interface. Rather, instead, I am using this one, the one which is in bridged mode with my host machine. So you need to make sure that under devices, network settings, network, it says attached to, and then it says bridged adapter, and it says name, and then select the bridged adapter which you are using on your main machine to connect to the internet. It needs to be like this for this segment anyway. So I will use ETH0 here, and brctl addf evil, and then interface for net ETH0. Press enter. There we go. And now we need to type in brctl add if evil at0 and if config at0 1 2 3 4 up, and we need to type in if config evil up. And now comes the third part. So notice that I'm not doing I'm not doing detailed explanations here because you have this all in the course on Udemy. This is just for the people who have had problems. That is it, so they can follow these steps exactly one line at a time and see if it will work. Okay, so next up we need to configure a DHCP server so that we would be able to give IP addresses to people who connect to our wireless access point. Although strictly not mandatory, it probably is in a sense, because even though the devices will be able to connect, they won't be able to connect to the net, and even if they do connect, and if they can't obtain an IP address, they will just drop the connection and try another one with the same name and the same MAC address, and then they will be able to. Then you won't be able to capture traffic or anything of a kind. So, sort of mandatory. Let's put it like that. Let's go ahead and type in apt-cache search DHCP grep-i server, and this is the one that you need if I'm not mistaken. So DHCP server for automatic IP address assignment. Yep, there we go. So you need to go ahead and use this one, apt-get install paste. Done. So we have installed it. Please do not forget also, so I'm just telling you these things as they pop into my mind, to perform apt-get update and apt-get upgrade. Yeah, so these two you need to run on regular basis. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue. So type in, well, you can type in, actually you don't need to use Vim, you can use Nano, it's a little bit simpler for you, etc, but if you like you can also use VIM as it is more common, but Nano is a lot simpler, so no need to complicate things. DHCP / DHCPDconf pd.conf. Since I already have it installed, I have configured it already. So you see this place where it says authoritative, remove the bar sign in front of it, and then scroll down further. Where is it? Come on, there we go. So you have this bar here, and it says a slightly different configuration for internal subnet. And then this is the subnet here that we are going to use. So 192.168.0.0 with a net mask of 255.255.255.0. How do you know what are you going to type in here? Well, here, let me just open up another terminal, and this is getting a little bit hairy now. Let's do this. Just type in ifconfig and take this address from the interface that is connected to the net. I've used a different one, so it was a 0 there, but now I have a 1 here, so I need to change this definitely in order to make it work. But take a look at what I did. So I typed in ifconfig, I found the interface that I'm using to connect to the net, and I am checking out its IP address. So it's 192.168.1.4, and watch closely, how will I put information here in relation to this IP address? Chances that it is exactly the same as mine are pretty high, but in case that it is not, make sure you get the logic of it so that you can implement it accordingly. If you fail, oh well, there's always the discussion section on Udemy. I will be more than happy to assist you in any way I can. So it's 192.168. Let's just do this so you can see the reference of the changes. Come on. Okay, I'm gonna make it even smaller. I shall make it tiny. No. I love doing this, you know. Okay, so you know what, you can see the IP address here. It's fine. And yep, there we go. So just leave that as it is. And let's start editing this file. So instead of, first of all, you will have these bars in front of subnet. Remove them. Remove one there. And it says 192.168.0.1.0.0. So just this 0, I'm going to put gonna put 1. So this part here that I'm showing you and this part need to be the same, and you need to have a 0 at the end, and then the net mask will be 255, 255, 255.0. There is a slight possibility that it's not, but unlikely. So I'm just gonna drop that. The possibility is quite remote, although it does exist. If that doesn't work, you can feel free to message me in the discussion section, then we'll solve it. But yeah, just forget about that. That's not gonna happen. Now the range of IP addresses is going to be, okay, so from here, oops, mistake. I'm going to put a 1 here as I have. So this part is again the same. And now I'm going to define a range. So, okay, so begin from 10 and assign addresses up to 200. So that's fine. That's a big enough pool. You can make it bigger if you like. But I like to reserve from 1 to, I like to reserve the first IP addresses and some of the last ones, because I don't know, sometimes they're used by the system for something, either they're assigned to the router, the gateway, or something of a kind, and I don't think that I'll create a conflict or anything of a kind, but just to be on the safe side. Down below you have, it says option domain name servers, and then I've placed 2 OpenDNS servers, even though OpenDNS is going to be bought by Cisco most likely. Oh well, I'm still going to use them until further notice. And now we go down, it says domain name internal.example.org. You can just leave this part with a bar, like comment it out, just leave it, no need to change it. You don't need it. Option routers, so you need the gateway. The gateway will be 1.1 at the end in 99.99% of cases. And then option broadcast address, which is simply the last IP address in the pool, the last possible IP address in the pool, which is 255 at the end. Default lease time 600 and max lease time 7200. Just leave that as it is, no need to change it, no need to mess around with that. Press Ctrl O to save, press enter, and then press Ctrl X to exit. Now we need to start or restart our DHCP server. So service ISC DHCP server restart. Okay, come on. You see here it says failed. Do you know why? It cannot stop something that is not running in the first place. So I didn't have it running. So of course it failed to stop it when there is nothing to stop. But this is the important part. It says, okay, starting the DHCP server. And now it is working fine, operational, and fully functional. Okay, so now that we have all of this, we can go ahead and clear the screen. And you know how the deauthentication works. We've all done that, so I'm not gonna do it in this particular tutorial. You basically just run AirPlay. I might as well do it. Let's go ahead and use the MAC address. I didn't want to do it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. AirPlay, just to be on the safe side, you know. I don't want to leave any loose ends. -ng -0 space 0 -a space, get the MAC address in there somewhere, and then we need the interface, which is mon0 space, well actually that's it, and then press, oh wait, let me just make sure that my phone is connected. Okay, I'm using it as my test device, so if you have a smartphone or something like that around you, or another computer, or I don't know, a tablet, whatever connects to your Wi-Fi, let's go ahead and press enter. AirPlay -ng command not found. No, well, you certainly aren't helping me out here. AI replay -ng. -ng. Okay, so my deauthentication is in progress. It stopped for some strange reason. And there we go. So you see behind on the screen, you can stop the deauthentication. You can see on the behind screen that there is a client that is associated with my evil twin. There you go. That's it. That's literally all you need to do. Now I'm going to post this video very soon, and I'll be online tonight on Udemy for quite a while, so feel free to message me. Just don't send me any private messages, I mean, you can. I will help you out, no worries. But it's so much more beneficial for the entire community if you just post it in the discussions, because then everybody can see what is going on. Perhaps somebody can suggest a different approach or something of a kind, and other people can benefit from the solutions I gave to you. Anyway, thank you for your attention, and we shall see each other soon, because I will be posting many more videos, so no worries there. I hope that this helps. If you've failed again, post the outputs of unamespace-r, unamespace-a. Tell me which wireless cards are you using, tell me which setups are you using. Make sure that everything is compatible. Make sure that the bridged mode in VirtualBox is functioning. If it is not functioning, you need to check the drivers for the Ethernet connection for the Ethernet card in Kali, or if you're using a physical machine. Anyway, you know the setup, you know what must happen. If you're on a physical machine, the procedure is like exactly the same. Just kill the things that I've killed in terms of processes, don't kill anything else. And let me just see if I can browse the web on my phone. Is it possible? Am I doing it? I can't show it to you now. I could theoretically open up Wireshark and have a look around, but is it running? So reassociated, encrypted, fine. That's all fine and dandy. Okay, so this website got what I have opened by default. Let's go ahead and open something stupid, because my phone is utter junk. Yeah, it should be working out just fine. Let me just see the IP address on my phone. Do I have it? Yep, it says that I am indeed connected. And I have an assigned IP address, so yeah, that all seems fine and dandy. I don't see any problems there or anything of a kind. Anyway, I bid you all farewell. So I've checked everything on my phone, it works out, and you can see that I have indeed associated it with this access point. If you have any problems, let's talk about it on Udemy. Anyway, I bid you all farewell.